Welcome back, everybody, to Raw as Ginger. And sadly, Debbie can't be with us because she needed another day off. She's away to Aberdeen having fun, and good luck to her because I wouldn't be going because Aberdeen's absolutely freezing this week.
I thought you were
I've
going
heard
to
the
say
seagulls
something
up
else
there are
there.
fucking massive as well.
They are indeed.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
big.
All I'll say is, meh.
That's Roger for Family Guy.
At least this one's like a wee celebration one, like, because at time of recording, we crossed 200 subscribers today. So, woo.
Oh,
Yes.
Thanks, lad.
easy.
Yep. Raise
Just
the
for
roof.
200 there.
Yep. Let's keep going. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. So I've not really got anything for show and tell today, guys. Like nothing for me. Well, I've not really got anything major. Don't know if any other guys have got anything.
Well,
At
I've
all?
got a special something.
I've got a brew of fella.
Hey, he's got his brew. Yeah,
I've also got a Brula fella,
hey, he's Back to the
Yeah.
Future mug.
Oh,
Nice.
well,
and
I've
I thought
also,
I thought it was very apt with Back to the Future, considering.
Yes.
yes,
I mean,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
I've got
Well,
that.
I've
That's
got
genuinely
mine.
written in my notepad here.
Right, Mark. You teased it beforehand, so let's see what you've got for the show and tell.
Show
Oh,
the people what you got, Mark.
Hey,
Yes.
oh boy,
official merchandise, guys. Beef
feeling
Meltzer t-shirts.
fresh.
We are in the house, man. It's like, and also the fact that, the last time you saw Mark, like, he had hair, and
Yeah,
now,
man.
yeah,
yep.
to say like,
That's fun.
he's changed it up. He's changed it up. What?
Did we not say in one of the podcasts that bald people are more successful? I'm going to test that theory out.
Well, let's see if that works, because like, I've just obviously just finally went back to getting my hair cut properly. So we'll see how that goes.
I couldn't tell you what a haircut was.
Well, now I can Kev.
Same.
Yeah, Kev's
But
the same, man.
Yeah,
Yes, on the long hair, guys.
yeah,
Viking.
proper rocking the old
Although I
school
was just
vibes.
back in a barber's like the other day. I was in the barber's with my son the other day getting his hair cut, and it was that way that it's the same barber that cut my hair when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
probably gave me my last haircut. And the wee man sits in the same chair I used to sit in, and he gets his hair cut by the same woman I used to get cut in. He turned around and looked at me and goes, "Is Dad sitting in the chair? Is Dad? Fuck." And straight out the door.
Oh man, that's mental though. It was like, because I always thought I'd be taking the boys to the same barbers that I had, but they obviously started getting their hair cut at COVID. It's when people were coming out to the house.
Aye.
So
Oh.
it's like, so I've now wound up getting the same hairdresser that they've got and Alison's got.
Aye.
My
Right.
barber retired. Pretty sure he
But right, so we'll just clarify, like, proper retirement or like 6 feet under retirement.
6 feet on a retired.
Oh man.
We should have knew in the vernacular with the haircut.
We had to-
Exactly, man.
we had to be sure. I didn't want to ask the question, but speaking of like digging up old shit for the past, Invasion.
Yay!
Hey.
What do you mean, old
Where
shit?
to
That's
start?
never been
Where
done
to
before.
start?
She
Well-
tell me it's never been done before.
Well, let's clarify. I don't think it's been done before successfully.
Mm,
Well, it had. Well,
Not quite in the same way.
well, if you think about it, we've had quite a few invasions with
yes.
WCW and ECW throughout the times. They've
Yeah.
been alright, but
That is true. But in this case, like, it's no WCW, it's no ECW, it's NXT and TNA.
it's pretty awesome, that man. I'm hoping that it come that TNA's got to be the better company because the WWE always seem to win.
Yeah,
No
but
matter what it was, the WWE always
Yeah.
won.
history is written by the victors.
Yep.
That's what they always make it out to be.
They had made of that.
Oh, aye. Well, that's already.
Mm.
Well, speaking of like the money and the blood money, it's already causing controversy. Like, the Israelis are going fucking nuts
Nuts.
about it.
Yep.
like this whole
Did you
invasion,
blame them?
like invasion, like in October, and like, oh, we're like, really, guys, that's the title you're choosing. But WWE are just like, what are you gonna do? Well, we'll send the fucking Saudis after you.
Yep. They've got them on their side, in their back pocket.
I
The
know.
Saudis are our pals. They said it's all right.
It's like, well, I was actually talking about this because there's a stand-up comedy festival that's going on in Riyadh. Well, and it's a lot of guys like Jimmy Carr and all those ones and Bobby comedy pals were like, it's like, oh, nothing's sacred now with the blood money with the Saudis, and I'm like I follow the following things: golf, boxing, football, EA, WWE, and now stand-up comedy. The Saudis are fucking taking over everything.
I know.
Well, so if they
If
want
it's
to
no
buy it,
Saudi, it's the AI.
if they want to buy our podcast for 200 million, I'll suck a blood-covered dick. Well,
And the words of Ted DiBiase, everybody's got a price.
well, it's Well, I was more just quoting CM Punk from it, but even he had a
Oh,
price.
Well, same
Aye.
idea.
Yeah. So, it's like they're like, oh, it's like money or your principles. I'm like, right now I have fucking none of them, so I'll take one.
If somebody phones me and says there's a check with ridiculous written on it, I'm taking it.
Yeah, my,
Definitely.
my only condition would be is like I would need to go on a boat because I've burst both my eardrums, I can't fly. I'm permanently grounded. So I'll just be like, look, just get me a boat. Make sure they don't sink it because I'm technically an immigrant coming on a boat.
Make sure it's no we.
See, I might know a guy that could get you there.
Well, there we go. Someone gets me the money, then I'll be perfectly fine. But we'll talk.
Oh,
But we'll talk about the actual wrestling parts involved with it. Like, what do you guys? Did you guys like see this coming? The whole like invasion angle that they were planning was there? Because I hadn't really heard any
I
whispers
didn't
about
see
it.
it coming at all, man.
I thought there
I
was
didn't see it coming.
I thought there was going to be something happening because there was so many TNA people showing up on NXT and NXT people showing up on TNA. I thought, are they going to do like a match at Survivor Series?
Hmm.
Because there was all these interconnections between them. I was like, maybe they're building up for that, and then all of a sudden, Invasion. I was like, all right, so this is what they were building up to.
Hmm.
Fair dues. And we've only got one match so far,
Aye.
Hmm.
and it's like it's
There's
next
still
week.
got many more to go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's next week.
Aye,
Yeah.
7th.
7th October,
Fuck.
which is crazy to think about.
I
Like how
didn't ken that. Well, they didn't really give much time for this build up. I'm kind of hoping that they continue with this after Invasion. Because
aye.
I think it could turn out pretty awesome, man. This
Hmm.
Invasion angle.
Keep the story going until Shane comes back.
Hmm.
It's no
Aye,
true if Shane comes in and says, I have bought it.
he's bought TNA.
Well, I mean, fuck that. Keep it going until at least Debbie comes back.
Aye, that as well.
Mhm.
It's like by the time she gets back on, Invasion will have come and gone. She'll be like, what the fuck did I miss?
Oh, man, could you
Well,
imagine?
Debbie's, as we said before, Debbie's doing her own invasion.
Yeah,
I love him.
well,
Yeah, that is true.
technically in her case, it's returning to the motherland, but they're from up that
Ah,
way. So yeah,
Ah,
that's
fair play.
so yeah, so it's that's more return than anything else. But one of the things that I was interested about with this whole kind of NXT and anything was how quickly it was coming around. But here's the ultimate question: will there be a referee versus referee match
oh, there
Ooh,
needs to be.
aye, there has to be
to keep?
tradition, needs to.
Yeah, that's what I say. There's tradition involved here, guys. Like Earl Hebner and Nick Patrick. I mean, the only one of them was trained.
Hmm.
Yep.
And even he couldn't save that. But it was.
Oh,
I mean, wasn't Mick Foley involved in that as well?
Aye, he was the ref.
He was
I'm
the
pretty
special guest
sure.
ref.
Aye.
Yeah. Like I say, like if Mick Foley can't save an angle, and he was the guest ref for what Father v Son, Shane v Vince, that's when you know what something wasn't going to go down too well.
Mhm.
But is there a potential chance that they could really like absolutely shit the bed with this? Because a lot of people like we done a video on was the invasion storyline really that bad, and we kind of settled on well,
Yes.
kinda. But my point was that the invasion pay per view was actually really good. It was
Yeah.
one of the highest grossing ones that they've done outside of their big four, still to this day. There was novelty matches like the ref v ref matches, and then you had like proper ones where it was sink or swim for a lot of the guys since the big guns hadn't came over. But Booker T held his own. What Yeah, Booker T held his own. And we had guys like like Rob Van Dam made an impression on it. Like you had Lance Storm. You had guys like they were going to be coming along like Tommy Dreamer and stuff later on. Like there was loads of positives that
It
came
was
from
pretty
it.
decent pay-per-view.
It was a good pay-per-view. It was just like what had happened afterwards that this was where they shat the bed.
It
Yeah.
just sank afterwards. I'm just see. I feel with the NXT Invasion angle, they didn't really at the end of that episode there. They didn't really focus too much on the invasion, like the TNA invi the TNA jumping in and fighting. They didn't focus too much on that because they ended up panning the camera to Ricky Saints and uh, what's his
Over
name?
Femi.
That's the
Over.
one.
Yep.
So I thought that was a wee bit. Why would they do that? That ruined that moment.
It was,
Yeah.
that was a wee bit of a boot in the buzz to the moment that it was. They could have panned into so much of the chaos in the ring
Hmm
and then panned back. They could have expanded the time there
Yeah.
rather than going straight to Ricky Saints.
It just felt weird. I've never seen that before happen in wrestling. It just felt really. So everybody's fighting, then these Ricky Saints is just walking past them.
hmm
I know.
You know what I mean? Like he's just pure badass.
And even that point, like the actual, like you're talking there, like the chaos that was going on in the ring, like that was something that everybody was intrigued by. But not even like the Nexus had a better invasion.
Yes, the
Like
Nexus was
ne
perfect. I
Nexus,
like
like
that.
let's say they tore everything apart. The whole
Hmm
Justin Roberts getting choked by his tie. Yeah, there's those moments that now live in infamy, and that was WWE doing it to themselves.
Yeah.
Right, so they've done it. They've essentially done it again. Like allowed TNA to have this invasion, but it's like they went, okay, don't
They
trash the
flopped
place.
it.
Like, don't trash the place. Why the fuck not? You carry the set with you everywhere you go.
Exactly, exactly.
It's like I'd be like, okay, just don't snap anything. Just fling everything about, make it look a bit of a mess, because it's all going to be get. They potentially they'd be the takedown crew.
But even at that, like you see
I
when
know.
we're having the promos backstage and you seen the TNA stars walking past them, sneaking past, I felt that was a wee bit of a flop as well too. Like that was a wee
Hmm.
bit childish. They
Yeah,
could have did a wee bit better angles to let people ken TNA's invading NXT.
yeah. It felt less like like they were trying to be stealthy and stuff, than and more like when you talk about the bloopers where they've got caught, like extras have been caught backstage, and it's like
That's what it's like.
that's what
Aye.
exactly what it felt like. It was like I always remember the one that was the Mankind Vince McMahon one, and it looked like it was like, oh, he's going into the office to see him. Well, there's got to be sort of, and then he's went out. Yes, there's been this big plan, and you seen fucking Mankind in the background.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
I was like, what the fuck, guys?
Aye.
How can you like they were multi-million dollar company then. Now they're billion-dollar company.
hmm
What?
And they're still flopping it.
It's like, and they can't even master the art of subtlety. Well, in fairness, yeah.
I know.
Maybe some things never change with tradition.
Aye.
They
Can't
just
ma
need to bring Vince McMahon back, I think.
Yeah.
He
Well,
had at least some knowledge on how
I
to
thought Andrew was the
play some
comedian.
angles.
le-
Well, let's be honest here, like ECW and the WCW invasion angles, they were top notch.
hmm,
In the same way to the NXT, as you said, but the TNA one is this is Triple H's first invasion since he's took over.
hmm,
It's flopped. It
yeah,
felt PG. It felt weird.
yeah. Felt like sanitized.
Aye.
Pretty
Like,
much.
even when even when it was like SmackDown, like and everybody for SmackDown came and attacked the Raw people, and then
Mm,
that's when Becky Lynch got her nose broke,
Hmm.
and that's when she become the man.
exactly, man. Like
Even
they.
Yeah.
that felt more like brutal,
Mhm.
even though there wasn't that much brutality around it.
Well, another one that was
Just even
brutal.
Apart
moments.
from her nose.
Well, another one was brutal. ECW One Night Stand.
Exactly.
They had the
Right.
brawl where and JBL like punched fuck out of Blue Meanie.
Oh, he was just a big bully, JBL
Yeah.
back in the day.
Aye.
Yeah, but it infamously led to the chair shot heard around the world, El Stevie Richards. What? It was the best
He
part. It was like,
wrapped he wrapped that chair around his face,
That
what?
was a receipt right
and he
there, man.
deserved it. He
Oh,
He
aye.
deserved
did.
it.
You had the Back to the Future mug, Kev. Like he sent him to another fucking time zone.
Definitely.
It was brilliant, but it was the fact that I actually watched like Stevie Richards' podcast because they were talking about that, and it was like what was it an intentional receipt? He was like, "Yeah, I was told to do it. I was told like what you've got to give me my receipt, hit me as hard as you can." So I did.
Yep.
Aye, as well.
What?
I'd
And
do
then
the
what?
exact
And
same.
down
Let's say,
Bradshaw went.
yeah. Well, then he went back later on, checked on him, and he was just like, JBL basically shook his hand, well done, and that was it. Beef squashed. But it was
Very
just like,
much.
let's, let's say, like Stevie Richards, like always, like downplays himself, but he did have he made a mark, like some memorable stuff.
Do you think he'll make the Hall of Fame?
He doesn't think so.
He doesn't think so.
I think the fact he's still he's calling it down the middle with every promotion. Like, so I'll be surprised if he makes it to any Hall of Fame because he's going for them all, and rightly
Mm.
so. Like he's calling them out and what he should do because
Got them
that's
at the bullshit.
that's his
Aye.
job. That's his job now. That's what he does. Like, so he needs to. It's just like like if I went on and did a channel about acting and I was like, yeah, you guys are shite, and they'd be like, what the fuck do you know? I'm like, well, I'm not going to any Hall of Fame or win any Oscars. Fuck you, but I do know how to
Mhm.
act. Yeah.
True though.
But it leads me on to the key question that I was going to have. Since we're all Scottish, and we know that there is one Scottish guy, we can't say his name because there's no chance he'll appear, but we know who it is. But
Right, I'm getting a weapon in just in case somebody messes it up and it does bloody appear. I'm not having him in my house.
well, just randomly, I'll just find like a
I've,
picture.
I've, I've got my weapon ready.
If he
Right,
jumps out
where
of
is he?
that
Where
wardrobe,
is
if he jumps out of that wardrobe, I swear.
he? So who's going to say it?
Yeah, well, I'll say it, and then we'll see what happens. Like, I'll find a way to include him in here. So Joe Hendry. So it was confirmed that he's going to be like basically coming over to WWE next year. So this is the beef Meltzer take, the hot beef Meltzer take that he's gonna be the one to turn and join like Team WWE. But so present your
I
case,
can,
beef. Present your pitch.
I can see it happening after watching the six-man tag team match and his appearances before NXT. Like you can see it happening. It's a classic turn, man. Big Show did. Was it Big Show that did it, or was it Kurt Angle when it was ECW in the WWE?
Kurt
If I
Angle did
remember right.
the Kurt Angle did the double turn. He was a double agent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
So I
Austin
could.
turned. That was one we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah,
So that I can picture that happening. I've just got a feeling something like maybe no him, but maybe Mark Cardona or Zach,
mm,
aye, Mark
Oh, yeah.
Cardona.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Especially
He could.
with him just making this comeback.
Well, think about when you watched it. Did you hear the cheers the fans gave him?
Yeah,
Oh, the
They
pop
went
that he got
mental.
was unreal.
aye.
I mean,
Aye.
and he's always like we all can be watching his channels. We all can he wants to come back.
Yeah.
You get what I
Aye,
mean?
but
Like this is his way,
to quote
wangling his
somebody
way back.
else, for somebody that loves the Indies so much, he fucking really wants to come back.
But to be
Mm.
fair, he is
Paraphrase
smashing
somebody
the
else.
indies. He is definitely the king of the indies. Like I've been watching him since he left the WWE, and he's doing a phenomenal job, especially in that
Yeah.
GCW man.
Aye. Well, some of the matches he's had in GCW have been brutal.
Yes,
Absolute.
yes.
Like, to the point where I'm like, how are you still alive?
Mm.
Mick Foley, we thought that he was the exception to the rule. He still is, in fairness. Like, because
Nobody can
he's,
ever beat Mick Foley.
yeah.
Like that, what's his name? Cage, Nick Cage.
Mhm. But at the same time, like, Matt Cardona, it's like he went, okay, challenge accepted.
Mm. And he's took the challenge on, and he's
Hmm.
Aye.
aced it ever since WWE released him.
Yeah. So we were talking about like Joe Hendry. Like, do you think that this could be like a Bret Hart '97 thing where no matter what he does, he'll be loved in one promotion, he'll be hated in another. But it'll be at the same time you can't help but love to hate him. Or do you think it's gonna go Austin turning in the alliance?
I can see it panned out to be like that.
Aye, it's going to definitely be more like an Austin type because the amount of time he's spent in TNA, he's been dipping in and out of NXT, and like his match at WrestleMania with Randy Orton.
Let's not forget that.
But
Hmm.
it's like people know he's going to NXT, and then within 3, 4 months, he'll have the NXT title, and then a couple of months later, he'll be on Raw or SmackDown
Hmm.
with one of their belts. Because if they don't keep that momentum going for him, they're going to shit the bed, and they've done that with far too many people.
Hmm.
See, that's
And
what
yet
I
they're
think.
and yet they're keeping people in who are shitting the bed
Hmm.
and not doing anything, not naming any names. Nia Jax.
Yes, that was a terrible spot, that man.
Oh man. Well, that could be like its own
I
list.
spotted
So,
a Sin Cara.
Sin
oh,
Cara, remember
that
him?
which one?
That was Nia Jax just pops any Sin Cara.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like yeah, I wouldn't mind her sitting on me.
You wouldn't
So,
be able to breathe,
Well,
man.
well, I could think of
The
worse
big
ways to
cheeks, man.
go.
I mean, and gone at the same time.
I can't guarantee I'd be coming, but I'd definitely be going. I think I just made
Glory,
like
glory, what a hell of a way to die.
I think I just made Ray choke on his Brula Fowler.
You did. That
You
brutal fella
definitely
came out my
become
nose.
the Blue Meanie after that, man.
Oh,
well, well, if I've gone blue, then that's the first time that somebody could actually go. Yeah, what he's turned to that side. Mm. But yeah, but that could be something as well. Like, is they called on firepower, what essentially when it was the WWE, WCW, ECW angle. Like they were going for firepower to basically show we're WWE, we are the big guns. We're going to squash you. What do you think? There's a potential, what chance they could bring guys who are in Raw and SmackDown who were in NXT, bring them back to go, okay, you guys aren't doing it. We're going to fucking clean house.
I mean,
Well, they did mention Word Games,
dude,
didn't they?
aye.
Mm,
I mean, they could do something like that, but what they could also do is there's a ton of people that are in on the main roster that started in TNA,
yeah.
somebody
and
in the
could they
writers' room
turn
that started in TNA.
Then
exactly?
they can come
Could
back like Finn Balor,
could they
Johnny
turn
Gargano.
could they turn on the NXT folk
Join up with TNA to
Ah,
give them
and
some.
help TNA win? Because NXT doesn't need the win.
Mm,
They're already skyrocketing themselves. Half the time, their shows are better than Raw and SmackDown combined.
I
yeah.
see. I prefer watching
Oh, definitely.
NXT with you. I think it's a lot better.
For
Mm,
years and years, I stopped watching WWE and I was
mm,
just watching TNA and New Japan and all the indies that I could find
mm,
because I was bored watching
Hmm.
WWE. It was the same thing every time. This is when it was
I
like,
was in a similar position back in the early, say 2010, 2011. I was training with Premier British Wrestling, stopped watching WWE altogether.
aye,
I would pay attention to like the highlights and stuff, and I would catch big stories on Facebook and that. But it was TNA when
mm.
NXT started way back when, just after it went from being
The
the
game
new
show.
version of Tough Enough to exactly the new Tough
aye,
Enough to actually being its own brand. Back when the likes of Finn and stuff were on there, I I watched it then because I knew who Fergal Devitt was.
Mm.
aye,
Well, that actually brings up what a kind of good question, like Kev. Like, 'cause NXT has been on a roll recently. What they've been doing, what their homecoming was brilliant. Well,
Yeah.
a lot of the stuff because they've got more, essentially more creative control, more freedom because people are they're like, look, nothing really matters here, guys. Fire away, see how it goes. They've had that freedom and that liberty to create very, very good content.
aye,
But the way this is starting to go, because it's going to be more overseen, I think more by WWE because it's an invasion angle. It's something they want to try and do. Do you think that there's going to be more like chains put around their ankles essentially? Do you think they're not going to have that same level of freedom?
I don't think they're going to have the same for a wee bit, at least until they fully get through with this whole invasion thing. I hope it does last longer than just this one event because it's going to negate everything that both these companies have built up again. I
Mhm.
mean, after all the shit that happened with TNA and then it changed to Impact and then GFW and then back to Impact and then nobody knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah,
And then it's like, let's just go back to TNA, where we started, where we got our success. And the fact that TNA has been going for longer than what
Years.
WCW ever did,
And it's
mm.
still going
it's
strong.
outlasted it and it's still going. It's had its ups and downs,
Mm.
Hmm.
but it's lasted.
Yeah. There was a
I mean,
long run meme. It was like things that'll survive the nuclear war: cockroaches, Twinkies, and TNA.
exactly.
That could be true.
Mm. It's
I mean,
like
the way AEW is going, that's going to outlast WCW.
mm,
It's getting close.
It
oh
is
yeah.
getting closer, man.
Hmm. It's like but I mean AEW, that's pretty much going to happen because it's crazy money. Like
But
Yeah,
that's run with a billionaire. That
aye.
company's got to keep running even if they've only got one fucking fans in the audience. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Aye.
They'll still be able to run it.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter what they do. Like they're going to run. They'll constantly run. But
Mm.
TNA is more impressive because how many times did we all think this company is fucked?
Umpteen times. Like
What?
after they got the blue ring, win it, and then they started doing
Hmm.
their arenas with less
Yeah.
all TNA
Yeah,
gear, like the
TNA went
entrances and that, if
downhill
that
when
makes sense.
Hulk Hogan and
And
Eric
Eric
Bischoff
Bischoff.
got
Bischoff.
involved. As
Yeah.
soon as they two
See,
walked in, TNA was all worth watching.
Yeah.
The
that's
thing
where I
is,
disagree. Like
the thing is,
I
they didn't have any creative control.
Mm.
They came in
mm,
just to do a job. They were just on-screen personality. It
see,
was the entire backstage stuff. Eric Bischoff came in to look after
Uh,
Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan didn't like any of the creative.
see,
hey,
I like the Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff era at TNA. That was
that's a video in
interesting.
itself, man.
Oh, is it?
That's a video in itself.
I mean,
Should the
some of
world
this,
should the world erase Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff from TNA's history?
Mm. That's definitely took a drink because that's a future episode.
Brula fella.
There we go.
I've finished mine, so I'll put my t-shirt up.
Yeah.
Episode 2 goes live on Wednesday.
Hey. That's it. I mean, that is like that's a beef Meltzer hot take right there. Like that you like
Damn right it is, man.
Hulk
aye,
Hogan and Bischoff and TNA. Oh man, that's an interesting one. Next thing you know, you'll be saying like the Victory Road match with Jeff Hardy was fine.
Ah!
Outstanding wrestling.
yeah,
Outstanding wrestling.
it was fine after Bischoff came in and said,
I
"You're good
know.
done." Sting, kick the shit out of him
He was out,
and
Jeff
take the
Hardy
title
was
off
out
him.
his absolute banger, man.
And it's the
Uh,
fact, it's the fact that Eric Bischoff didn't try and hide it. He came in, he's like, "You're taking the Singer Splash and the
mm,
Scorpion Deathlock, and you're out."
Aye.
Then he went to Sting, who he was supposed to hate at this point. He's like,
mm,
"Beat him, shake his on, take the title, home," and he walked out. And he didn't
yeah.
want to see Jeff afterwards. He left.
Mm,
He's like, "No, I cannot do that."
yeah.
Completely out his banging, man.
Was unreal. Well, I think that
Oh,
kind of leads us to our like my final question that I'll ask you guys. What? Because TNA has been through a ringer. NXT's been through a ringer as well. Well, both companies are finally on an even keel. They're now going to be heading for an invasion. Who do you think is going to win it?
I'm hoping TNA wins. Just to change the whole atmosphere up.
Ray?
I'm reckoning the same. I reckon it's time that we give the wee guy a win, so to speak.
Right. Kev?
I have to agree. If it is the TNA, then they're losing the ability to work with all these companies.
Yep.
Because it's like bringing in companies to do an invasion that you own Because when ECW done the first invasion, Vince had already bought them.
Yeah.
When
It's just,
WCW came in to do their invasion, Vince had already bought them.
Yeah.
And it was just to show that he can bring these people in and crush them.
it's kind of showing it already because they've put the belt on Trick Williams. You know what I mean? They've put the TNA World Heavyweight Champion on Trick Williams. No, I think that's ridiculous.
I just want to put it out there. He started that heel fight.
Yep.
That other guy was just sitting having a blather.
It's like you might just stop beef in his tracks.
Sorry, mate.
Oh man, I don't think
Jack
I've
Williams started that fight. That's all I'm saying.
I've never seen like beef look like a deer in headlights before.
I know, man.
Holy fuck!
Oh man, speechless.
Yeah. I'm gonna give one of my takes that, and I'm genuinely hoping this happens. If they really want to do this properly, if they want to do the way it was back in our day, when they did the invasion, I want this angle to happen. Let's go with NXT and TNA. Triple A join in.
Triple A. Oh,
Because they own them two.
Luchadors just come in and fight everybody.
Yep, own them two.
that would be pretty awesome.
And that way, that's like your ECW element. Not
It's
expecting
getting
it.
board games to even top it off.
Or what they can do is just have like see that episode of Raw where Stone Cold come down during every match, stunned everybody and then walk away. Just have something like that. Just have Joe Henry coming out, beating everybody up, both sides, then walking away.
Oh, could you imagine?
I think what we could do with that one is like, we just, do you think it's Triple A coming out, and every time it's coming out, it's an El Grande Americano.
Oh man, no.
Just a different version of Americanos coming out, beating the shit out of people.
At the end of the night, there's like 30 of them.
They went too far with this angle, man. So they have the running out of fucking ideas, I think.
And then the final match, who comes out? Mr. Iguana. Mic drop.
Boom.
But then you have to have Santino coming out.
No,
and Mankind with Mr. Socko.
Yeah. So that's a triple threat for the next pay-per-view if we go for any further. That could be a good triple threat match.
Just they three standing in the ring like that.
Iguana, Santino, and Mankind and McFall. That's an epic showdown right then, man.
There we go. See? Well, this is why we should be creative.
We would do a better job than half of them in there.
Think about
we should have our own wrestling company.
Think about every angle we've just pitched.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, who would honestly think that you would throw in Triple A in the mix?
Nobody probably would have thought that. I didn't even think that.
There we go.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
See? Sometimes it takes a completely psychotic ginger to change everything up.
A mental ginger, so to speak.
Hey.
And it's the fact that the only match that they've got set is the Hardys, who are the TNA champions, versus the NXT tag champions. The tag, I can't remember their name, but that's the only match that's set up there, and everybody's barred for ring. So obviously, people are going to show up for that.
Aye, it's obvious. It's a clear sign.
Everybody's banned for ring, right? Who's coming? Right, just watch for them. There they are.
That's the only match. The only match I wouldn't want them want TNA to win would be that one, because the Hardys, they've done it all. They need to put. Somebody over. That's the only one.
Imagine the Hardy Boys turning their back on the WWE. Like, could you in a tense moment where the Hardy Boys could choose whether to come home or stick to TNA and retire in TNA, and then they just choose TNA. Like,
is that
end their career there?
That would depend on what version of Jeff Hardy we've got, to be fair.
Outward banger Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, let's get Victory Road Jeff Hardy back.
Victory Road Jeff Hardy would go, screw you WWE. He would turn into Stone Cold with one finger salute. Screw you WWE. I'm going to TNA.
He's a born again Christian now, so
that lives his life out of the edge.
Yeah. Or they could have the ultimate cop out is that, and who's saying who's coming out to interfere. Dudley's.
Oh yes, 3D.
Just before their one last time, 3D them, that costs them the titles in that way. Well, it's still
An
do the
even field.
job, but they're all right.
Yeah.
It's an even playing field. There's nothing on the line.
Yep.
Except
There we
Oh my
reputation.
brother,
Yes.
Christopher.
Well, reputation, aye.
Mhm. There we go. Well, I think, guys, we have successfully covered like what our plans would be for NXT and TNA. So let's see if any of them come to fruition when it happens. Well,
I hope so.
especially Beef Meltzer's one, as Palpatine says, we'll be watching yours with great interest.
Yes, great interest, man.
Right, well, everybody, another successful one in the bag. Thank you so much. What a way to celebrate 200 subscribers, and here's to many
I know,
more.
man.
So, until you next time, guys. Catch you later.
Peace
See
out.
ya.
Take it easy, folks. Boo, laugh, laugh.